Hey there everybody, what's going on? It's TwoHeadedFlounder. Today we're going to be starting a new series. This is a Showdown Live with a team builder. If we ever go to edit the team, I'll show that as well, but for now we're just going to create the team and get a battle with it, and then from there on out we'll try and do some more battling down the road and try and rank up on the ladder. So that being said, we're going to do UU. I feel comfortable in UU. RU is a little confusing to me, but UU is what I played the most in previous generations. And I know a lot of these Pokemon, and you know I know what they do. So I'm not sure what these guys down here in the lower tiers do with their new gimmicky stuff. So I feel confident here. So I think we're actually going to start things off with a set that I've been wanting to use. I think we'll go with Overgrow because we're going to be Mega Sceptile, so I'm not really too worried about Unburden. We're going to do a Subseed set because I thought it would be a whole lot of fun to do. I know he doesn't have a lot of access to other cool things that other guys get, but I thought with his dual stab coverage and the fact that it's really fast, I thought it would be something I would definitely want to try. So I've been keeping this moveset back in the back of my mind for a while just for something exciting. So let's go ahead and do that. And we'll move on here. So we have our Mega already, and we have a Grass type and a Dragon type. So we can definitely work on getting a Water type that might cover some weaknesses. First thing that's coming to mind is Empoleon, because Empoleon resists Fairy and 4 times resists Ice. So I think Empoleon is pretty solid of a pick. Plus, Empoleon gets Rocks and Defog, so I'm not necessarily opposed to that. Plus, it's a good wall. It's got Scald. There's a lot of definitely great things going on here. So, I'm going to go ahead and give this thing a leftovers and probably just go with Defog, like Scald. I mean, I don't know if I want Ice Beam or Flash Cannon. But definitely these three moves at the very least. Do knock off just for some more support, but I feel like I want Flash Cannon because we have to worry about Sceptile, as opposed to not having to worry about hitting anything with Ice. I don't know. So let's just go ahead and do that. And we'll do that. Give this a plus because of course it's our special wall. I think that's okay. Could also, I mean, I want to leave it with leftovers because that's his only HP recovery, obviously, but we could definitely toy around with some kind of Z move and maybe like whatever Flash Cannon would turn into. Other than that, though, we want a Fire type because we want to round out this synergy. I mean, Infernape would be a lot of starters. We have a full starter team. How about that? Infernape I use a lot, though, so I kind of want to try and do somebody that I don't necessarily use too often. Infernape is pretty good, though. I mean, we don't have to stick to this tier, but I'm just trying to look at what is here for fire types. Chandelure's pretty solid. But then that would be our last special attacker. I'd like to do have 3-3 split of those guys. I'm not really a big fan of Darmanitan that much anymore because with rocks and it flare blitzing everything, it dies pretty quickly. There's Volcanion, which I've never used, and it's not necessarily bad in the stats department, but I'm not quite sure how to actually use it. Talonflame, Mega Houndoom. Emboar is pretty solid with flare blitzing, with Reckless. Moltres is 4 times weak to rocks. Rotom Heat isn't necessarily bad. We could have a Scarfer and a Tricker. Maybe like Will-O-Wisp also to get burns on things. Salazzle would be pretty cool. And the poison typing actually does deal with fairies for us as well. And it's pretty fast, and it gets nasty plot. So I'm actually thinking that that might be what I want to go with. But is Magmortar like all the way down here? I know Magmortar is never used. Oh my god. It's too good to be in PU, but is not in NU. Oh no, Magmortar, you have fallen. Same thing as Typhlosion. My god. Yeah, I like Magmortar though. I have a cool subset with Magmortar, but yeah, let's go with Salazzle. I never get to use Salazzle, so great dual stab for us, and it's very, very powerful. Let's go with, do we want maybe like a Z move on him, or like Focus Sash? That way we can guarantee ourselves a nasty plot, because we are using nasty plot. There's no way around that. We're definitely using Sludge Wave as well, Fire Blast, or Flamethrower. I like to have the extra power, so let's go with Fire Blast. It gets Fake Out. Seriously, that's weird. Last move. Encore. I wonder if Encore would be like acceptable. So like, idea is come in on something that you know could potentially hit you with another move, and why would they switch out? But yet you Encore them into a move that you know is not going to hurt you, and then freely set up with Nasty Plot. And I'm trying to think, like, why wouldn't I do this? But then there is the option of having a third move for just I don't know, just having a wider range of things we can do damage to. But what would I even give it besides a hidden power or a dragon type moves? Yeah, let's try an Encore, and I guess just see if it works out. So give it max speed. I think I am going to give it a Z move, but what Z move do I give it? And can't be taunted, or can poison or badly poison other Pokemon regardless of their typing. That doesn't... That mean I can't remember. That means we can hit Steelix or something with Sludge Wave, or what? I don't think that would ever come up because we have Fire Blast, but still. Yeah, I think we'll go with Oblivious, just that way I can't get taunted. I don't really see the other one being too useful. And I guess a Firemian-Z, because in case we don't want to miss. I don't know. Alright, so we got our main core, and they're all special, so we gotta worry about physical attackers at this point. Let's look at our weaknesses. We got a pretty big weakness to ground in these guys, but Sceptile does exist. We have resistance to fighting, but not really something I want to take a hit with. Its electric weakness is covered by Mega Sceptile. You have a weakness to Psychic, which is covered by Empoleon. Like, so far so good. This is actually pretty solid synergy stuff, but yeah, what do I want to use though? Come on, get Dragon Dance. I don't know if it would be too good either. Its move pool's very weird, but it would give me a fighting type, which is something I definitely want. But then there is Haxorus, and he is a lot faster and a lot stronger. Metagross, you really can't go wrong with him. Scizor's very, very strong. I wonder if, like, this might sound stupid. It does get quick attack. I wonder if, like, Swords Dance Terrakion would be something good enough to catch some people off guard with, like close combat, Stone Edge, Sword Stance, right? Now we definitely have a pretty crippling weakness to ground, though, if I did go through with something like this. Plus, like, quick attack's not necessarily the best coverage. It's just like, hey, I know you outspeed me, but I want to get a very strong hit in before I get knocked out. We'll leave this for now. We're going to maybe come back and either get rid of it or work on it. But for now, I think that's pretty good. So yeah, we have a very big weakness to ground now. So definitely involve something here that resists ground or is immune to ground. I almost put Metagross. Like, come on. All I can think is I want to use Gliscor, but I use Gliscor so much. I could use a Gligar. Gligar could be fun. I feel like everything in this tier has knockoff on it already, though, so yeah. I think we'll go with Gliscor. Instead of Haxorus, we could just use Scarf Terracross, because we could use a Scarfer. I mean, we have a lot of fast guys regardless already, but having a Scarfer is always very, very useful. I think we'll go with this, though. Poison Heal, give it the Toxic Orb. I'm not sure if I want to use Protect or Roost, but I know I want to use, obviously, Earthquake and maybe Knock Off, because I'd like to be able to knock off with some items. We don't really have to worry about the fog because of Empoleon. I mean, we could put on this too if we really wanted to. We could also put rocks on this if we wanted to, but not really too worried about that. We could do like the toxic stalling set. That's super annoying. We'll probably go with I don't know. Taunt could be useful. Sword Stance isn't necessarily bad. We could have an offensive Gliscor. Set up on something. Come in, take a hit, scare it out. Set the Sword Stance on the switch. Instead of Sword Stance, we could do like Agility. I don't know if we want Toxic Orb at that point, though. Probably want like Life Orb. And then just have like a lot of moves to deal with things. I don't know. I'm having a hard time actually picking a moveset here. Probably to Protect. Toxic. So that's a lot. I'm not hacking, guys. Don't worry. Oh my god. I just keep on doing it. Alright. Get rid of our special attack because of course that's abysmal. And lastly, so we're pretty weak to water, but these guys resist it fairly well, but these three are weak. We have a problem with ice, but these two guys cover it. We have a problem with psychic, but Empoleon covers it. We don't have a problem with dark or ghost weakness wise, but we don't have anything to resist that. What else? We don't really take fire hits too well. Like, we have a resistance or two. We have Terrakion and Salazzle, but the other guys are not going to appreciate taking it. So Chandelure might like actually wreck our day, which could be problematic. But we're like okay, but if maybe we wanted another water type or something, maybe a good physically offensive one. Like, Feraligator's not terrible, but I wouldn't really use him in OU because, well, not the greatest sweeper. I mean, Sharpedo. I don't really want a Sharpedo, though. They're all, like, special in this tier. And the ones that aren't special are ground types, which don't really help me take on water and ice because they're neutral. Alright, so let's go ahead and look up waters. And then we'll go by the attack stat. So Sharpedo with speed boost, life orb could probably put in a lot of work. Could definitely sweep, pick up a sweep at the end. Just have to use protect a turn or come in on something we know we're going to outspeed and then knock it out. Crawdaunt, though. Crawdaunt might not be bad, especially adaptability. The knockoff is insanely strong. The Aqua Jet is really good. And it gets Dragon Dance, but it's very slow. And then we'd have another thing weak to fighting. But we do have Gliscor. I don't know, let's try out Crawdaunt. I think Crawdaunt would be a lot of fun. We're going to give it Life Orb or Focus Sash. I don't know. I think, like, that's super solid together. It's not a great move pool to work with either, honestly. Kind of have to go. Well, I mean, why would we use Waterfall? It gets Liquidation. It's stronger, and we can reduce their defense stat. So, yeah, we're going to go with Jolly on this one. Not a bad special attack stat either. But, yeah, I think that's what we're going to go with. I know Focus Sash lets us set up guaranteed, but I think Life Orb is pretty good. It's got a pretty good defense stat, so we can definitely take a hit on the physical side, but I'm not too sure about the special. Alright, but with that being done, let's, no, of course it's not typing. Oh, okay. Let's go ahead and get some battles. Alright, we're back, and we're going to look for a battle now. I think I like the team. I think that there is definitely some promising stuff here. I like a lot. We have an entire team of dual type Pokemon. So usually that's something good, I guess. I mean, there's a lot of great just singular type Pokemon. There's Snorlax and Suicune and the Porygons. They're all fine, but a lot of the good Pokemon are just dual typed. I think that's where Feraligator goes wrong. Give it like a Mega that is also a Dragon type. We're good to go. Alright, so this is very RUE. Probably expect either Volt Switch lead with Mega, Rocks lead, or maybe Scarf U-turn Hydreigon, and they could go off of whatever we do. I think we'll lead off with Gliscor, and if they lead off with Mega Magic, we'll just protect. If not, we'll probably go ahead and try and do some shenaniganery. But I gotta assume HP Ice is coming my way, so at the very least, we'll get our Toxic Orb activated. Can't really switch out to Sceptile, but yeah, we don't really have a good switch into this thing. Alright. First battle, we find out we have a pretty bad matchup against Mega Manectric. I can take a hit with Terrakion, but I never gave it stats! Alright. Shoot. Let's go into Showdown because it's got no stats. We're just gonna let it die. Nice. All right. That's solid. I can at least switch in on this thing, no problem. Ain't worried. We'll go out to Sceptile. I mean, just don't toxic me, please. Please don't. Oh, you fool! You've taunted me. We'll just, I guess, go for Dragon Pulse. Just try and get off some damage. Now, this is why I'm a little upset about being taunted, because I could have subseeded on this thing. Could have subbed and then seeded. But let's just go back on to Terrakion, because even if we don't have a lot of stuff going on for us, it would be so great if we could have actual stats, though. Seriously? Oof, this would be setup time and do an absolute ton of damage. Alright, so gonna get outsped by a Feraligatr. Doesn't happen too often, but it's gonna happen here. I mean, I should probably close combat. Yeah. Oof, you messed up because you would have outsped me anyways. Alright, so you sack the Feraligatr, that's fine. Probably going to go out to Manectric. We'll just quick attack because we have no use for it's not even, like, it's super strong still, and it's still pretty fast, but we have no investment, so not really, I mean, just to think how much this quick attack would have done if we had that 252 in attack. It easily would have done 30. Alright, so we went for hidden power. That's fine with me. We'll just go for another quick attack. We could add this thing down to about 30 health, you know? But whatever. Alright, let's go with probably Salazzle, because I honestly, I don't even know. I know Sceptile outspeeds it. I don't know if Sceptile kills it. I think we'll just Aqua Jet it. I don't think we have a reason not to Aqua Jet it. I think this would probably take it out because Cardon's pretty strong, especially with the Life Orb. Nothing on his team is really going to want to appreciate taking it besides the Mandibuzz, but Mandibuzz can't really do too much to me. So I think we'll just go for Liquidation on it. Iron Defense. Alright, I was not expecting that the least bit. Oh god, this thing has like stupid moves, doesn't it? Let's try and encore it. Foul play. Alrighty. Ooh. Okay, instantly gonna switch. I'm assuming this thing's scarfed. Gonna go out to Empoleon because I resist a good deal of what it might want to do. Earth Power might have been the best option for it, but I got guys to deal with that. I think we'll just set up rocks. Yeah, Umbreon comes in. I'm not too worried about Umbreon. We can just go out into Sceptile and just be super annoying. Seriously. Like, alright. Oh no, I'm gonna switch into one of my guys that can deal with you. Oh no, you set up a sub. Oh, don't foul play me and break it. Yes! Oh, we're good. We're golden. Does this thing get Infiltrator? It does not. Alright, let's go. Foul play should probably still, I mean, will it break the sub? Probably. Yeah, Sceptile's not too bulky. But here we go. Starting up the fun. I mean, if he ever wants to actually do damage to us, he's got to... Yeah, so I'm just going to switch Echo. I took Gliscor. I'm okay with this. I'll subseed it and get some health back, but I can also actually attack this thing. You can taunt to a sub, I forgot about that, but still fine. We got our seed off, and I'll just Giga Drain it because we'll get HP. I mean, it's not really going to do a whole lot to me regardless. Once he breaks the sub, he's probably going to want to... He's going to want to Wish. That did do 22%. So if we apply some pressure with Dragon Pulse, he'll kind of want to deal with that. So is he going to Wish or Toxic? Toxic King would probably be the best bet because this is obviously very annoying for him. But if he wishes, we'll just go to Salazzle and set up Nasty Plot. Or do we Sludge Wave? I'm going to Nasty Plot. He does go out to Hydreigon. I do regret not going for some sort of move here, but... He might predict the Empoleon switch in. Try and go for something. I don't see a reason not to go into Empoleon, even if he Dark Pulses. So let's just go ahead and do it. Yeah, that's fine. You can do that all you want. I'll take that for days. Yeah, let's go for... Switch into Salazzle, maybe? This team is pretty threatened by Salazzle. This doesn't necessarily deal with things. You stayed in and went for it. That's fine. That's fine. I'll just bring in Sceptile at this point, and I'll just go for Dragon Pulse. Nothing besides Mandibuzz is going to want to take it. And then I'll just sub up on Mandibuzz. Or I'll just knock out Mandibuzz. That too, that also works. Alright, he's going to start swapping around. That is a-okay with me, because he's not going to be able to taunt me. And all of his guys are losing health. He's got to find what he wants to sack. And I guess that's going to be Umbreon. I mean, I think you probably should have went to Umbreon first. Because I think it's probably the most useless thing on your team. But, yeah. I think Empoleon also threatens his team fairly well. So when I switch out to Empoleon on his Hydreigon, he is going to be forced to stay in or something's dying. So perfectly okay with this. Yes, it'll be very hard to deal with Hydreigon, but we'll manage. Because I do have Empoleon still, and I can go for a Flash Can, get off some damage. Just got to keep switching in with rocks. If he stays in, he could get burned. It's just going to get weaker and weaker every time he Dracos. Barring a crit, he's not going to do too much damage to us. Something's got to die. He might even actually go out into Gliscor at this point, which is also fine. So we can go to our own Gliscor. Just kind of would be a waste of time. He might just get sick of it and try going out into Hydreigon, which then he gets hit with knockoff. Definitely a few options here. Yeah, I mean, the thing outspeeds and kind of threatens me. I could go out to Sceptile. I don't know if I want to risk going at the Sceptile though. I don't know what he has for moves. I would assume Earthquake because he has on Taunt, some other annoying stuff. But I think with a sub up that I'm not sure if he can break, and us killing him. Alright, he's got Facade. Was not expecting that one. Not expecting that one at all. How much did we do earlier? That is a good question. Did we even hit this thing earlier? What did we hit this thing with earlier? That did damage. Had to be Sceptile. I regret not going for Dragon Pulse. I'm going to go for Dragon Pulse now. What I do is, I think, sack Crawdon, go out to Gliscor knockoff, guarantee outspeed, Dragon Pulse, and if I don't die, I get off a hit. I do get an Aqua Jet off, so even if it is resisted, that's still an Aqua Jet I get to get off. I'm sure from full, Gliscor should be able to take this, so let's go ahead and knock off. Oh yeah, we took that very well. We'll go ahead and protect, just to get a little bit of HP back, because, I mean, he could definitely take us out with Draco, probably. Could he? I don't know. Draco's pretty strong. Just gonna go ahead and Toxic. Hits, so that's great. Another turn of Protect on it, because why not? Moral of the story, though, here is Terrakions still pretty good. Alright, so we won our first match. I'm going to call it quits for this episode, and I will see you guys next time. But if you did enjoy the video, consider hitting a like, comment, or subscribe to the channel. And until then, I will see you all next time. Goodbye.